Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope all of you are doing well. I'm Nilatri Mukherjee. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant. I practice in Mississauga, Ontario, Canada. The topic of this video is to let you know that if you are applying for a spousal open work permit application or a spousal sponsorship application, and if you do not want to receive an inadmissibility letter, a procedural fairness letter, or any additional document request letter, please follow this rule, this golden rule, without fail, because in the last few months I have received surprising amount of consultations for the procedural fairness letter pertaining to the spousal sponsorship application, where unfortunately the clients have trusted their paid representatives, RCICs, the immigration lawyers, but because of the lack of knowledge of theirs to understand the situation and to understand the potential implication of not providing everything accurately, clients are now suffering. Either somebody has got banned or somebody has received a PFL, all the sort of stuff. So the golden rule here is that the spousal sponsorship application is not an application where the responsibility ends after providing a bunch of photographs, okay, and a bunch of WhatsApp chats. No. If, regardless of who is working on your application, it is my sincere request to you that you yourself read the relevant section of the Immigration Refugee Protection Regulations, particularly Section 4, regardless of whether you are applying for a common law partnership or a conjugal sponsorship or outside Canada, like a family class application or a spousal sponsorship application. Regardless, read the relevant section of the law. Understand the meaning of the word cohabitation. Staying together for 1 year only does not mean that you are being cohabiting with each other if you do not otherwise follow many other criteria, right? So this is just one very small example how far back you are inclined, or you should be providing for the chats, the photographs, and how. And please make sure that whosoever is working on your application is submitting a submission letter, a letter of explanation separately, along with putting all the right information in the right forms. 99% of the times I see there is no submission letter, there is no letter of explanation. Okay, so obviously you have provided the information in the forms, but you have to understand, the officers always say the onus lies on the applicants, you to ensure that your application are being assessed on its merits. So please ensure that a submission letter or a letter of explanation is being provided mandatorily without fail. Regardless of who's working on your application, please ensure to ask for the relevant forms before you sign or somebody else is signing on your behalf, right? Go through them. Make sure to ask for the relevant submission letter or the letter of explanation. Go through them, provide feedback, have them incorporate the feedback before they submit that application. Again, I have been still seeing a surprising amount of PFLs for the sponsor sponsorship application, and the problem with this kind of inadmissibility letters or the procedural fairness letter is that these are, in my opinion, some of the most serious ones, because if ISS is not buying your argument, if they're rejecting your application, and if you're an in Canada application, if it's the spousal sponsorship application, you really do not have an appeal right. And let's say if it's a family class application or an outland application, so to say, yes, you still do have an appeal right, but please understand that it's not always heard of. Okay, you can definitely go for an appeal, you can definitely go for a judicial review, but the success rate, very honestly, of those are not that great. Okay, so please ensure that the principal application is being done correctly so that all those complications are being avoided. Now, we as an organization, we deal with the procedural fairness letter stuff as well as the spousal sponsorship stuff, and both. So we understand what could potentially go wrong. So we understand what you should not do so that you don't receive a procedural fairness letter. Or in fact, if you have received a procedural fairness letter, we have handled, I don't know, countless number of cases, probably, and hence probably in a position to guide you in the right direction. So if you need your assistance, more than welcome to hop into our website, nuvonation.ca, book a consultation, and we can go from there. Hope this helps. Bye now.